The Mermaid Preacher, Part 1, The River's Daughter. Long ago in a small African town nestled between hills and a wide river, life flowed steadily like the current. People farmed, traded and fished, and children played by the river's edge after sunset. But everyone knew better than to stay too long when the sun dipped below the horizon. For when the river claimed you, it claimed you entirely. Legend spoke of a terrible spirit, Mommy Water, who lived in the depths and lured unsuspecting souls to their watery graves. One evening, a young girl skipped stones across the surface. Her laughter echoing in the twilight. Suddenly, the air grew still, the birds fell silent. And the water rippled as if something large had shifted beneath the surface. The girl gasped and turned to run, but it was too late. A powerful hand shot out from the water, pulling her down into the cold depths. The girl struggled, screaming for help. But her cries were swallowed by the rushing water. Down. Down she went until the world turned dark and silent. When the villagers heard the next morning, they rushed to the riverbank, but the water gave up its secrets only reluctantly. There was no sign of the missing girl, nor any trace of what had happened to her. They could not have imagined that deep within the river's heart, the spirit had claimed another victim, and that soon the whole village would be drawn into the depths of the river as mystery. Days turned into weeks, and still there was no sign of the missing girl. The villagers grew desperate, and the chiefs called for help from neighboring villages. Word spread of a woman who could speak with spirits. And soon she stood before the anxious crowd by the river's edge. She closed her eyes, reached out a hand, and a shudder ran through her body. I feel sadness, despair, and the echo of a young girl's scream, she whispered, opening her eyes with a start. Beware, for the river has claimed one of our own, and it hungers for more. The people panicked. Was their entire village next? Should they abandon their homes and flee? But the seer raised a hand for silence. There is hope. Deep within the river lives a spirit of great power, Mommy Water, the river's daughter. But she is not all evil. It is said that she can be bargained with, that she craves offerings of great beauty. An idea sparked in the village elders' eyes, perhaps. They could trick the river spirit, trade one of their own to save the rest. With heavy hearts, they made their choice and prepared for the sacrifice. But as the first rays of sunlight touched the river, a sight met their eyes that made them gasp in astonishment. Standing on the bank was a young woman of unearthly beauty. Her skin glowed like polished copper. Her eyes sparkled like the river in midday, and her smile promised untold wonders. She has come, whispered the village elder, recognizing the spirit at last. She has come to claim her bride price. Would the villagers accept the river's daughter into their midst? What bargain had the spirit made, and how would the village ever escape the river's clutches? Only time would tell.